Hello and welcome along to today's tutorial. I'm Lou from Orth Designs and I'm here today to show you how to make these lovely little Christmas napkins. We'll be using machine embroidery for our designs, and I'll also be showing you how to make a beautiful mitered corner as well for a lovely professional finish on your napkin. There are 4 designs to choose from when finishing your napkin. I've got a little Christmas bauble there. We've got a star, a Christmas tree and a present. Of course you could have all 4 on each napkin like I've got here, or you can have 1 per napkin, just a little extra bit in a corner. It's really lovely. For this project you're going to need some linen. I've used Essex linen for mine, and you will need 18-inch square, so a fat quarter per napkin that you're making. So if you buy a metre you'll be able to get 4 napkins out of that. You will also need to print off the templates sheet that's got your embroidery designs on. You will also need some interfacing. So for this one, I have used some of this set, and I have used the Solufix from this embroidery set, and I will show you more about that in a moment. So you'll need the Solufix for this particular project, and if you're not buying this embroidery set, you'll need about a fat eighth or a fat quarter, whatever the smallest increment is that you can buy from your shops. So your interfacing, your linen, your printed pattern. You're also going to need threads for your embroidery. The thickness of those depends on the look that you want to go for. I will show you the threads that I have used for my designs here. And you're also going to need a removable marker pen. I've used a water erasable one for the process of this little demonstration. I'm Lou Orth Designs, and if you've got any questions, please get in touch. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. In this tutorial, I will be using some interfacing from this embroidery set by Vlieseline. It contains 5 different interfacing types, all useful for embroidery, and they come in an A3 size, which is roughly 29 centimetres by 42 centimetres. Inside, you get your different pieces of interfacing that can be used in different embroidery projects with little name tags so you know which one's which. And you also get this really helpful little booklet. It's got this guide down here that has all the different interfaces up there and how you can use them. So it tells you whether you can use it for sewing machine, embroidery machine, whether you can use it for hand embroidery, all that kind of information. And then you get a page for each of the different interfacings showing you exactly how to use it. So it's a really nice little kit to have if you're wanting to explore embroidery a bit further. For each napkin you'll need to cut an 18-inch square. I am using some linen here, and this is not an 18-inch square. I'm going to be using a smaller size for demonstration purposes. So first of all, what you're going to need to do is lay your fabric so that it is wrong side up. I know that's tricky to see with linen, but that is what this is for here. Then what you're going to want to do is line up the raw edge with a ruler and mark a line that is 1/2 inch from this edge and all the other edges. So I'm using a hero marker here, which just leaves a little crease. So if I show you here, so it's just got a little crease in there but no permanent mark, and then you'll continue to do that all the way around, so you can rotate it round and then do another mark here, 1/2 inch from the edge, and all the way around. When they have, each side has got its 1/2 inch mark, you're going to mark another one 1 inch from the edge. So we'll have a mark 1/2 inch from the edge and 1 inch from the edge. Okay. And you'll do that all the way around until it looks something like this. It's hard to see because it's creases, but in the light you can see that I've got a line going here 1/2 inch, a line going here 1 inch, all the way around, and they create these little cross sections here. Next, what you want to do is take your iron and just fold over that 1/2 inch and press it down. If you do it all the way around, it will leave your corners looking like this, just overlapping here and here. So that's at the 1/2 inch line all the way around, and press your fabric to the wrong side. Once you have ironed all of those sides in by 1/2 inch, it will look something a little bit like this on each corner. And remember, this is the wrong side, so the corners, the sides will be folded into the wrong side. What we're going to do is just open that out a little bit, and then we're going to fold it like each corner like this, so that the raw edges here meet up, and then we're just going to fold those back out. So you should get a nice crisp point here at the edge. Okay, I'm just going to flip that over there. Okay, and we'll just line up those folded edges here. And then what you're going to do is measure 3/4 of an inch from here down to here, and then we're going to draw a line. So 3/4 of an inch along this folded part, 3/4 measured from this tip here, and I'm just going to line it up. So you want to make sure that that line is going straight in line with this fold, and here we are with 3/4 of an inch, and then I'm just going to draw a line here down there. So you should have a line going down there, which is 3/4 of an inch from this tip when measured along here. And then you're going to clip that in place, and you're going to sew straight down this line. Don't forget to backstitch at the start and finish to make sure that that sewn line is really secure. Okay, so I've just sewn along this line here. So this is our fabrics folded right side together. And then what we're going to do is trim down that excess just to 1/4 of an inch. Then what you can do is just here at the corner, the tip, just trim down a little bit more. So about 1/8, maybe just under from the sewn line. Can't see it, there we go, but not too close. And then you can turn it round the right way and poke it out gently. And you should have one mitered corner. And then what you want to do is go and complete that. So folding it so they are right sides together. So just open it out like we did. Right sides together. Align the raw edges and then fold that back like that. And then you're going to measure along this folded bit here. Draw your line, sew it in place, trim it down, and then turn your corner the right way around. Once you've given it all a good press, it should look like this from the underside and this from the front side. What you want to do then is just go all the way around close to the edge and top stitch this down so that it just holds nice and flat. When you finish top stitching all the way around, this is what it should look like on the rear side, and this is what it should look like on the right side, and then we've finished our basic napkin. Now we will just add some embroidery designs. Then if you haven't already, just take your Solifix shape and just cut out around 1/4 of an inch all the way around it. So I'm just going to, too small a bit, and there we go. That's about 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to cut there and there. Rotate it round. So then I have about 1/4 of an inch above it. And about 1/4 of an inch to that side. Just going to square that up. Okay. Okay. Then what you need to do is you need to go and get your napkin piece. Lay your napkin so that it is right sides up. And then what you want to do is take your interfacing and just take that shiny backing off and you'll have just a thin, sticky interfacing. Now what you want to do is position it carefully for where you want it to go. So just make sure it's not too close to the edge where you've got that thicker seam allowance where you've folded it over. You don't want it too close. You might still have the diagonal fold there from when you did the mitered corners, so you can use that as a guide for centering up your image. I can see that you get the line goes into the tree and out the bottom. Then what you can do is stitch directly on top of those lines. Choose whatever colour you want. I am going to be using a slightly thicker weight Aurifil thread. I will stitch this with a straight line, but feel free to use whatever stitches you would like on your machine to create your embroidered design. I will go and stitch this and then come back and show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like once it's been stitched on. You can see it stitches easily through the interfacing. For this design, I've used a 50 weight Aurifil thread and I've gone around it a couple of times just to give that extra thickness. I'm going to show you the other designs I've done and the threads I've used for those as well. So this is the star and I've used a gold thread for that. This is the Aurifil 2326 and this is a 28 weight. So it's thicker than the one I used for the tree, but I have also gone around that a couple of times as well. Next up is the ornament, and for that I used this again for the thread for the hanging loop, but I only used one round. And then I used this Aurifil, again it's a 28 weight, so it's fairly thick, but I just went round a couple of times on that as well, and that is the 2588. Again, these are all in my machine on the top. And you can use a 40 or 50 weight on the bobbin, that is fine. And the present, again, I've used this gold 2326 for the ribbon on the top of the present. And this 50 weight red 1103 on the box of the present. On the ribbon, I've been over a couple of times, and on the box, I went over a couple of times too. So that is what all the different designs look like. Now, when you have completed your design and you're happy and you're done, do not iron it. Definitely don't iron your fabric with this on because that will make it really difficult to get off. What you need to do is you can just sit it under a running tap, or I have got a bowl of water here and you can just submerge it, and I like to just give it a little wiggle, and you feel it turning a little bit slimy, but as you continue, water resistant, you'll see it coming away and it'll break away and it turns to like a bit of a slime and it just sort of breaks off. So the more you do it, just sort of give it a gentle rub and it slowly dissolves. I can feel it's almost all gone now. So it's fairly quick, the process. Just be gentle, don't rub it too hard. I'm not even sure it really needs any kind of movement, but this helps it. And can you see it sort of disappeared? You can just rinse those off. You can see all the bits in the bowl now. And there you'll have your finished embroidered napkin.